You're homies with Chief. I write songs with Chief.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's one of my close friends.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Hell
yeah, that's my dog.
How'd you meet Chief? What'd you tell me about his? By the way, hello, Yelawolf. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Let's clap him in.
I'm good, dude. Thanks for having me, bro. So I met Chief through my manager. Actually introduced me to Chief. I don't know if he. I think Chief. Chief is network god. You know what I'm saying? I think he befriended my manager at some bar. I was like, yo, I want to try to meet Wolf, and he just brought him to the studio one day. Man, we became fast friends. Started making music. He helped me do it. He helped me write I produced Everlast's new album actually, and he was doing he helped pen some of those songs for him.
What's your philosophy on producing versus producing other people's music versus producing your music?
Well, producing, I mean, it's like you're not producing the artist, you're producing the person, the personality, the story, it's not just making music. That I learned working with two different artists. It's a process, especially if it's personal to them. And all of my records are that way. And I've produced 2 of my albums, and producing and writing and recording is so much. It's not something that I, am excited to do again. I've actually allowed a lot of space for, especially on this last album, 45, for my producer to take the wheel. You know what I mean? And just kind of dude, just produce me. You know what I mean? Like produce this record.
Right.
Because it's a lot of work, and honestly, it could deteriorate the quality of the song if you put too much effort into it. And that's how I feel. All the greatest songs have always come.
Is it hard to get out of your own way?
In what aspect?
Just when you're writing music, when it's so internal, it's hard to take advice from people before, letting go of the control kind of a thing.
Well, this last album, I invited my buddy D-Ray.
I write songs with D-Ray too.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so
have you not worked together yet?
because I write so personally, and I've written all my music my whole career, literally up until this last album. And so how I work with D-Ray is that, I conceptualize what the record is. I start writing the record, and he has helped me map out a way to do singer-songwriting that, man, it's such a relief. Because I've never worked with someone and wrote a line, and he's like, well, what if you say it like this? And I'm like, yes, dude, like that. Yeah, that's the move.
Like an editor almost.
Finding someone that I trusted took all this time, you know what I mean? And now I love working with him, man. I've co-written so many records with him, and I still write records completely by myself. I wrote 2 or 3 of them already on this new project I'm working on. But that's my dog. We've done a lot of cool work. So there's something about country music writers, really, really good ones, really really good top line writers, that it's they literally are the best songwriters in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The way that they twist clever lines, the way that they do, and saying so much more by saying so much less. Yeah. I mean,
that Mark Twain thing.
I think "There Goes My Life" by Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard that song. I think that's probably one of the best written songs ever in history. That's just so it's just a perfect song. It's almost
why is it perfect to you?
Tom Petty. It's just that clever. It's that
Yeah.
fucking clever. It's like, it's progressively clever, and the melody, of course. If you can rap that melody and the music and the vocals and the performance of it, like everything about it is just, it's just one of my favorite songs ever. Tom Petty, you should do that too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What do you think is a perfect record to you?
A perfect record is timeless, completely. It's like there is no timestamp. It's forever. That's a perfect song. If you write a song that's like trendy, or you're hopping on some weird wave or whatever that's happening, and that's a sinking ship.
Yeah. What about perfect artists? Like, you love Mac Miller. What did you love about Mac?
Well, first of all, he was my friend. You know what I mean? And I met him when we shot the double XL cover with Kendrick Lamar, and I forget who else was on there. But we met. Are you
talking about the freshman mixtape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the freshman cover. Yeah, like all the new artists or whatever that were coming out at the time, and hip hop artists, obviously. But yeah, it was me, Mac, and Kendrick, and I forget. No disrespect to anybody else. Yeah, actually, and so anyway, we just met then and just became homies, and then like, we never did music together. We just stayed in touch, like, on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, I did a show with him in the Swiss Alps, though. With it was me, him, and Nas. Yeah, it was me, Mac Miller, and Nas.
Holy shit!
Hold on.
Yeah, it was like
Swiss Alps. Give me some stories of what happened in the Swiss Alps with you three hanging out.
I mean, I got hammered by like at least 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like, my set was like at 1, and then I watched Mac play, and then of course Nas, and then I was just, dude. It was a ski lift resort type of deal.
Right.
They set a stage out in the parking lot. Yeah, I was already in Europe on some festival run shit, and like a headline run, and they were running me to death back then, dude. Oh my God. I did so many goddamn
burnt out.
shows.
Yeah, what were the years when you started feeling like you were just too burnt out for this?
No, I'm still not burnt out, but that was just like, that particular era was, dude, like we would do, like, I'm not kidding you. I think one time we went from New York to Paris to Germany, back to New York for a connection flight to go to like Arkansas and some shit, and like 4 days.
What the hell?
Like, we were in a different country every day, and then it was just a gnarly time. My booking agent was out of his mind.
Getting that 10%, no matter where you go.
They're getting that 10% wherever you go. Even if it has to go from Germany to Arkansas, my man.
He's in Whole Foods getting a salad.
I'll tell you what was funny. Well, one funny thing about that time, I wasn't really getting to the money quite yet, and we got on the flight to come back to the States, and Mac Miller walked past me going to first class, and he was like, "Sorry, dog."
Oh man.
Oh my God.
He's like, "You'll be here."
Because I was sitting coach, and he was already getting to the bag, so he was like, "Fuck this." He got a first class seat home. That was funny.
It's like, "I'll see you in a year or two up here. Get that
peace.
free champagne. I'll send you a champagne real quick."
Yeah, I caught up with him pretty quick though.
Nice.
As far as the money goes, but yeah, thank God. Yeah, but yeah, when he passed, dude, I was really surprised. I was surprised how deeply I was affected by that, man. Actually, I mean, I loved Mac, but I didn't know that I cared about him that much. You know, So when he passed away, I was in Nashville, and I just took everything in my closet, and I had a flagship store at the time, it's an American flagship store, my clothing and apparel brand. And I just took everything in my closet and put it in the parking lot on hangers and gave everything away just because, I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to do something good.
What was the first thing that you handed to somebody?
I didn't hand anybody anything. I put my clothes out, and I was like, I set it up. It looked like a store. I had all my people that worked for me set it up. It was all on hangers, hats, jewelry, jackets, shirts, pants, shoes, and I mean like 100 pair of shoes. And like it was like a full store. And you could we had one rule, you could only get one of something. So you get one pair of shoes, you could get a whole outfit. You could get shoes, shirt, pants, jacket, hat, a piece of jewelry, but you couldn't get a double of something. So ended up like putting clothes on like, I don't know, like 300 people or something like that.
It's fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
I walked away with like Luke Casey's, you name it, Gucci, Balenciaga, like it was like no joke shit, like shot jackets and shit, man. Like
people came
Stetson hats. Oh yeah, people really came up for sure.
So,
but
what were you going through? What was in your mind that it felt like you had to give away all this stuff? It was like a purge.
Yeah, it was a purge. I felt, for one, I wanted to do something good because it was just so tragic, dude. And I mean, you know, we share a lot of the same fans, believe it or not. You know what I mean? And so they understood the sentiment, you know. But I do that. I've done that before, not because of someone passing, but sometimes I'll just like empty my closet and put it on the street. I've done that a few times, actually. Like put a few 100 pair of shoes on the sidewalk or whatever and just put on Instagram, hey man, if you show up, you can have it, you know?
It's like the idea of like how much do you really need in life, you know?
Yeah, what they say, you know, clean your house and make room for abundance, you know? So that's how I see it, you know? Yeah, how much, yeah, exactly. How much you don't need.
No.
You don't need much. But I do love things. I'm bougie as shit.
I see that car.
Yeah, we see that car. Yeah.
What is that?
It's a Rolls Royce, right?
It's a Rolls Royce Cullinan.
Nice.
Fucking gangster.
Damn.
I love it. All right. Hope you're enjoying the interview, but a quick message from our buds. Hey, musicians, are you playing shows but have no clips to show for it? Our new sponsor, Jam Cut, is changing the content game for bands and artists all over. I'm telling you, we really need this, actually, because I edit all my videos when I'm on the bus, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. Just upload whatever video and audio you have, whether that's phone clips, camera footage, or board audio, and Jam Cut automatically syncs it all over together so you can start cutting clips from the best parts of your shows or jam sesh. Dude, I'm telling you, how many times I waste fucking just editing my own video on Instagram Reel. I could be finding a girlfriend. I don't know. And guys, this isn't another AI slop video app. This startup was made by 3 musicians out of Denver, and they built it with love for the craft, you know, and we're supporting Denver. We're supporting Denver businesses, which is important to me in this scene. So Jam Cut's online editor lets you and your entire band put your own creative spin on it. It tracks each musicians for tight vertical crops, adds smooth pans and zoomed plus transitions, separates your audio into stems, and has sick effects that react to the music you're playing. Jam Cut turns one show into a week's of content. This is huge. Actually, honestly, no bullshit. This is huge because sometimes we only get these like shitty one video iPhone videos, and Jam Cut can actually cut it into something worth posting. So take it from me. It's fun as hell to use. Your first month is free. Just tell them I sent you. Use the code Frasco and experience the future of live show video editing. So get yourself out. Go to fucking Jam Cut, all right? Hey, boys, what about Jam Cut? We love it. We fucking love it. So I want to go deeper into this heartbreak. What were like the first heartbreaks you experienced in your life?
Oh, dude, man. I just, that's so funny you say that, man. Why did you say that, actually?
I don't know. I feel like you've lived a lot of lives, and I want to get to know you a little better.
Oh, okay. Well, the heartbreak thing is really relative at this particular time because the first, and it's funny you asked what was the first heartbreak because my first real heartbreak was, I mean, it's pretty fucked up, but my mom was 16 when I was born, okay, because she was just a kid, man. She didn't really, and she was a full-on rock star, you know what I mean, like straight up, like cocaine dealing, fucking real rock star that was married to like Aerosmith's light and sound tech when I was like just a baby, you know what I mean? So like that was, and her first boyfriend was like a fucking Hell's Angel biker, and like her, like it was always that kind of vibe around my house, and she was just wild, man. She would just go and just be, just she didn't get to live her young life, so she just popped up and dropped me off. She picked me up, and she just told me on the way to where we were going, and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna drop you off for a couple of weeks." I was like, "Where?" And I hated babysitters at that time. I was so fucking sick of them. I was only like 6 or 7, but I already had a bad taste in my mouth for babysitters because she would just look up in the paper and like grab a babysitter. You know what I mean? That was kind of like the routine. Anyway, my first heartbreak is her. She was like, "I'm gonna drop you off for a couple weeks. I'm going to Florida," and I was just like inconsolable, bro. Like for like that whole 2 weeks, I just couldn't believe that I'm at this stranger's house and my mom was gone. You know what I mean? Like I honestly thought she was never coming back. And there was no cell phones back then. I couldn't like call her, talk to her or anything. But that was the first time that I really felt that like deep, like when you actually hurt and it like it makes you physically ill. You know what I mean?
Like abandonment?
Yeah. That was that. And then just recently, like, and I mean recently, like the past like 3 weeks, like I've just been able to actually just even speak about it. My ex-wife now, Titi Dobson, who I've been with for almost 16 years, we've separated and divorced or whatever, and then but I'll always love, you can't stop loving somebody, you know what I mean? It just don't work like that. And well, she came back into my life very briefly, just a couple like 3 weeks ago maybe, and I felt just really deeply back in love with her, and then whatever, she's gone again, man. And like, well, turns out she was in a relationship, you know what I mean? And
oh fuck,
she was over
here.
here.
She didn't tell you.
Yeah. She didn't tell you?
Yeah. Well, she told me the next morning, but I was just like, well, whatever. We'll tell him what's up then. I wasn't even tripping. I was like, all right, well, just let him know it's a wrap, And then she hung out with me for like a week, man. Taking her to dinners, planned a trip to France, offered her a new house, car. Like I went in. I was like, dude, I'll just come back. And then I finally asked, have you told this boy what's going on? And she was like, I could tell she had, and I said, look, Fifi, I'm gonna go find this kid and I'm gonna tell him myself. You know what I mean? 'Cause I didn't know what he looked. I didn't know what he looked like or his name. I just knew he worked at I ain't gonna put him on blast somewhere.
Right.
Did you show up?
Fuck yeah, I went and got. I pulled over to. I went and got 2 of my goons, like for real, like 2 of my real goons. Cause I didn't know who it was, and my goons are intimidating, man. Like I'm talking about white boys, bald head, completely covered in tattoos.
Oh yeah,
like DMS, like crew.
Right, like he knows what it is immediately.
You roll up to his parking lot in a Rolls Royce with 2 years.
Well, I did. There was only 2 places that served what I knew. I had a
Where
hint,
he would be,
okay,
maybe.
but I didn't know. But so the first place I walked in, man, I walked right past the front desk and pushed open the double swinging doors to the kitchen, and I was like, "Which one of y'all is dating Fifi Dobson?" And I had my 2 people with me.
Oh my God,
and
bro!
So badass.
That's fucking gangster. What happened?
And well, I said, you know what? Send your manager back here. I need to talk to everybody. And I had the whole staff in there. I said, which one of y'all is dating Fifi Dobson? And it was like, not no matter. And one dude kind of looked suspicious. I was like, are you sure? He was like, no, man, no. I was like, all right. So we took off, and then the next spot, it was right off the street. There was no parking. The parking was behind the place. But I pulled the Rolls Royce over the sidewalk and left the grill 3 feet from the front door. I'm not shitting you. And I jumped out and opened the door. I opened up the door, and he was wearing her hat.
Oh my God.
Fucking God.
Unmistakable. Like a hat that I've seen for years. And I was like, yup. He turned around and started walking the other direction. And I was like, yo. And when he turned around, man, I swear to God, what I thought was going to be aggression just went straight sympathy, man. I felt so bad for the kid.
Right.
Like, I really did, man. I was like,
yeah, she
was
was
like,
lying
dude,
to both of you, right?
Well, she was lying to him, or not. Well, not really lying, just not telling him.
Yeah.
But she was. So I was like, yo, dude, I lit a cigarette for him. I took him outside, lit a cigarette for him. I was like, listen, man, you know where your girl's been for the past 7 days? And he was like, working, studio. I was like, nah, she's been in my bed, bro.
Damn.
Oh my fucking God.
You did him a favor.
You basically did him a favor. Yeah.
No, and he was like, well, it's about to be over in about 2 hours. And I was like, good. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry I had to tell you this. But now in my mind, I was doing the heavy lifting because I know Fifi, she doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And I thought that she would give me a call saying, thank you for that, being a man, standing up, like, thank you for being respectful to him. And I just didn't have the heart to tell him. She did the complete opposite, bro. Don't bother him no more. Keep him out of this. Don't bother him. Keep him out of this. Keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what?
You think she
really?
was embarrassed, like, of herself? Or she just, like, trying to be too proud?
I don't know. Well, man, I can't really put logic to it. I just know that, she didn't know what to do with it. Regardless, dude, I've never felt like that. Like that. I just never felt that before, man. I was so distraught, bro. And I was like, it was like weeks of like just breaking down like uncontrollably, bro. Like,
oh man, I'm sorry. I'm
talking about like, well, I mean, it's something that I had to go through. I just look at it as something that I earned somehow and some karma, maybe I just felt like it's something that I had to feel, like, for real. But man, I was going to open up a show for Sublime, and I didn't know how I was going to get through it because this was like week 2 of this shit, and I just can't come out of it. You know what I mean? It's just like driving me crazy. And like I was like, this for real, like passively. The first like 4 days, for real, I was like passively suicidal. I was like jumping out of my rows and jumping in people's window and trying to start fights with the biggest motherfuckers in the club. You know what I mean? Like wanting somebody to take care. You know what I mean? Like I was on some other shit. But thank God I came off that trip. But then
like you wanted to get hurt.
Yeah, for sure, man. I was putting myself in real crazy situations. But my angels are real, dude. Like that's some real shit. Like God showed up, man, and took care of that. You know, it took me off that ledge. But the heartbreak stayed around for a while. But anyway, when I was in trying to do this show, I got through the show miraculously, opening up for Sublime, which was like 30,000 people, you know, and it was an important show in Portland. My manager was just like, dude, you need to get in the studio, bro. I'm locking out 2 weeks for you. And I just did an album. He's like, man, that's the only place you need to go let this go, bro. And so we did when we got back to Nashville. Oh, dude, he's the best. Edward Crowe. Well, I've known him since I was like 12 years old. We met writing graffiti.
He knows exactly what you need to cope with whatever you're coping with, and it's the right music.
Yeah, man. And let me tell you, the music is turning out insane. I mean, 45 is already like, I wish you guys would have heard it. We've been sending the album out. I'm surprised they didn't send it to you. Because
I'll ask Chief. I'll ask Chief for it if that's cool.
Nah, you ain't gotta ask Chief, man. Chief ain't got my album. He ain't that cool.
Yeah, you hear that, Chief, motherfucker? Hold on, Wolf.
I love Chief. I love Chief to death. I'm being catty. I
know you are.
We just we're holding on to the record. Like, obviously, it's not out yet, so nobody's got it. But we've been letting people hear it with an NDA, so we could do a real interview about it.
I love it. Hey, Wolf.
Okay.
What
up?
You talk about suicide. Seems there's been a few times in your life you've talked about this or had to dealt with this. What are the other times?
Oh man, dude. Well, and the first time I was introduced to suicide was my mama. I was living with my grandma at the time in Southside, Alabama, and she was like, Michael Wayne, go, rest in peace, Barbara Mitchell. She goes, Michael Wayne, go get your mama. And I was like, and when she says Michael Wayne, my heart already dropped. I was like, because it's either I'm in trouble or something serious has happened. So I'm like 14, and she hands me the keys in my papa's truck. She goes, go get your mama. And I was like, where is she? She's like, she's trying to hang herself in Benny's barn.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what? And so, yeah, I pulled up, and sure enough, there was mom up in that barn, like already bleeding, trying to make it happen with a fucking coat hanger.
What?
And but anyway, yeah, that was my first time. And then there was a pattern with my mama for a while, and I tell you how my mama was already so used to it. My mama was like, hey, I said, why I gotta go get her? She goes, because if I go over there, I'm handing her a loaded shotgun. I'm sick of her shit. That's how hardcore my grandmama was. And
wow.
Because
did she raise you? Did your grandmama raise you?
Yeah. My mama and papa raised me with my mama in and out. But yeah. But yeah, so, and then, you know, over the years, look, dude, I'm too scared of God to take my own life, but I've been like in situations where, you know, I definitely didn't give a fuck. Like, I'll be 16 years old, 17 years old in a parking lot, and the shoot off starts going off and everybody takes off running, and I just stand there and smoke like, you know, I was just like, fearless. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, Gadsden is fucking rowdy, bro. Gadsden, Alabama. But yeah, so, and then when I caught my 5150 in San Diego, people thought I was suicidal because I was bloodletting, and I that was a ritual. I should have kept that shit to myself, but I stunted online, and I got picked up.
I don't know the story. What happened?
Cycle. Well, I got really loked out for a while, like like my 22-year-old me popped back up because, well, I was smoking weed, which I never should have been doing, and dabs, and smoking every fucking thing, and it was making me extremely schizophrenic, bipolar, you know what I mean? Like,
oh fuck.
And I I just 86, dude. You know, like doing crazy shit, like trying to like starting shit with LAPD, like running up on them, like I'm telling you, like blocking traffic on Sunset Boulevard with my lowrider for miles.
You and Everlast. Everlast was like that too as a kid.
Yeah. Well, and I was also, at the time, I was skateboarding like a maniac. So I was living with Danny Way.
Crazy.
And because I had just left my tour bus. Jelly Roll was actually opening for me on this tour. Jelly Roll and Struggle. And
he was on your label, right?
No, I never signed Jelly.
Oh, okay.
But I did produce a record on him. Waylon and Willie, him and Struggle. But anyway, when we got to LA, I was over it. I was like, man, I'm done with tour. And we had like, I don't know, 8 shows left to do. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna go skate. And motherfucker was like, well, you're gonna what? I was like, dude, I'm gonna just go skateboard. So I hit up Danny Way, stay with him, and just was skate his park every day. And like, but then I go down to the beach on my own, and I was doing bloodletting, which is like, you know, you just cut yourself with a razor and bloodlet, and I was making art out of it. I was dripping it on my white Vans, and they actually ripped that, by the way, and made that shoe.
Really?
I think I've seen that.
I swear to God.
What the hell?
I met Steve Van Doren in his office and confronted him about that.
What'd he say?
I was like, dude, just give me a job.
Just give me the money and we're good.
Like,
I know.
Yeah, like, I got you. You know, like, anyway, yeah, he was super cool.
So you're bleeding.
You're
doing blood art and stuff, and you're just go back.
Yeah. So people around me were thinking I was suicidal, and I was like snapping on motherfuckers, like anyway, like jumping off stage and fighting fans, and it was already a shit show. You know what I mean? Like, because I was checked out, man. The music had my life and my career, and what had combined with the streets and like all of that shit, and smoking weed and checking out and dabs and all. I just snapped, man. You know what I mean? What else can I say? You know, but
who got you out of it? Who got you out of it?
I mean, so Paul Rosenberg, Marshall Mathers, and Travis Barker conference called my dad.
Whoa!
And flew him to LA because they said something's not right with Wolf. Something isn't right. You know, like you gotta.
Hold on. How old were you, Wolf? Here.
34 maybe.
Okay, so Marshall.
So I didn't get a record deal till I was still on Shady, and I didn't get a record deal till I was 30. So this is like, yeah. So I'm like 34.
So Travis, Marshall, they call your dad, Rosenberg.
Yeah, and Paul, and so my dad flies out to LA. He can't get to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. And when I walk off, he's trying to get me to stop. You know, I'm like, man, I was like, man, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know who you're fucking with. I didn't meet him until I was 15. You know,
okay.
And I adopted him as my father. But he had never seen the street side of me. He didn't know the things that I had been through. You know what I mean? Like, and like, that's the zone that I was in at the time. And so anyway, I left him, and then I went to the skate shop where Danny Way's first sponsor, right there, and on the beach. And I came out, and some fans were like, "Hey man, will you do if I buy the shoes, will you do your bloodletting on some Vans?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So they bring them out on the sidewalk. I do it for their Vans, and a fucking two cop cars pull up.
Damn.
And there's my dad hopping out of the back of one of them. And it was like a perfect storm, man. I'm sitting there bleeding. You know, like everybody
Oh my
claiming I'm
God.
suicidal, and they cuff me up
You're
and
just
send
giving
me
a
to.
fan a
Right.
really personal signature.
But like out of context, it's like looks really bad.
Wow.
Dude, like that shit was
That's
heartbreaking, man. My
fucked up,
dad,
man.
I was like, I was sitting in the back of that cop car looking at my dad, like, really? Fucking
Hold on, why were
sending
the
me to,
cops involved? Like, what were you doing? Why did he call the cops?
because it 5150 means endangerment to self or other people.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
So someone can call in and be like, yo, I'm afraid he's gonna hurt himself or hurt someone else, and that's what's called a 5150. But when they rolled up on me, clearly I was fucked off. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, you know, like I was bleeding, like all the parts were there. So they sent me to that fucking mental ward, and I wouldn't take no medicine. That was bothering the doctors, because they would I wouldn't allow them to give me any pills or do any injections. So then they sent me to the second floor, and then they sent me to the third floor, and the fifth day, sixth, they sent me to the fucking padded room.
What?
You know what I mean? Like a
Whoa.
fucking, yeah, dude. I'm talking about crayons and coloring books next to my bed and a fucking padded room, and
Was it kind of
like
nice a little bit?
Yeah, was it peaceful?
no, man, it was terrifying. It was fucking.
Oh,
It was like, dude, I can't believe, bro. Like they would have security guards, 2 security guards standing around me while I showered and shit.
Oh, wow.
just in case you killed
it was like-
yourself or tried to kill yourself or what?
I guess. But I told, anyway, when I finally got the fuck out of there, I just told mom, I was like, because she was the only one up there allowed to visit me, and I said, don't worry, I'm gonna turn it into a brand, and that's what I did. I turned 5150 into a whole fucking tour,
Oh
made
my
it a brand, turned it into, the 5150 all over pattern that's now signature for Slamerican, and
Right.
Do you feel like
that
you
part.
do this a lot with your life? You go through this suffering to make the art, or just does the art make you?
Nah, man, like I've been through it to do what I do. It's just
Yeah.
like this last heartbreak situation. And now look, I'm making some of the most, arguably some of the most beautiful music that I've ever made because of what I went through with this. I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I didn't want to go through that shit, man. I didn't want to. But what else do you have when you're an artist? And not all artists are this way, man. Like, cause some artists sit in a room with 5 songwriters and they just perform a song. I write
Yeah.
about my life,
Right.
like
That's why
that's
everyone
my
responds
fucking
so well.
reality.
That's why you have
so-
lifers, man, because you're honest with it.
Yeah, and and when we did 45, man, I told Malay, man, I said, dude, I'm tired of like hurting, like, because not only am I going through it, I write it and then I have to perform it. Like,
That'd be the worst.
That shit,
Yeah.
That's the worst part of this.
To live it over and over again.
yeah, and you have to kind of like displace yourself, like, but and not let it kind of get to you. You know what I mean? Like, I might not feel like performing a certain song, but if I didn't perform it, my fans would lynch me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
some of my classics, I got to play them, and it doesn't matter what. But
What
I
song
told
do you
him-
hate playing that you have to play all the time? Like, you're like just
I don't-
fucking. You're so over it. I don't want to play the song anymore
um,
because it's heavy.
I don't have
it
any of
hurts.
those songs.
No.
No, I don't have any of those songs. No. Whether it hurts or not, I'm very proud of my music and what I've done. So and for the fans, man, they pay to come get a show, man. That's what they're gonna get. I'm gonna leave it all on the stage.
What do you?
But
What do
anyway,
you
I
think
told
about
Malay,
yourself, Wolf?
Huh?
How do you feel about yourself, like internally, like as a man? Do you love yourself?
Man, I'm starting to.
That's good.
You know what I mean? I don't have a choice right now, man. Like this I'm I can't give up, dude. You know what I mean?
No.
I have too many people that love me and care for me, and like even the thought of breaking their heart is enough to keep me pushing forward. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, but yeah, I'm starting to figure that part out. It's something that I realize I've leaned on. I certainly leaned on Fifi for it for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, I know that's a reason why I was it was hard. It was hard for us because of I didn't have that care for myself. I would like lean it on her, but because I didn't care for myself, I was like destroying my everything, man. I came in hot, bro. I came in hot. There's no other way to.
It's a really good way to put it, though.
Bro. I'd still be thinking about that fucking hat the dude was wearing, dude. I'd be like, whoa.
But it's hard to put,
oh my God, dude. Let me tell you something.
I can't believe
that
that.
part.
That's crazy. That
part, you wouldn't believe how much that affected me. I just
bet.
couldn't
It would affect
believe
me
it.
too, man.
I was like, dude, no. My God. Like, and her Crocs. I was like, dude, like, I was like,
why'd you wearing all her clothes?
Why'd you wearing all her clothes?
I don't know, man. I just know this. That the other part was like, Fifi don't do that. Like, she's very she ain't gonna do that. So I was like, well, you know,
yeah.
What job was he working? Who's this? What job was he working? You're rolling in a Rolls Royce.
No, I can't.
He doesn't want to put him on blast.
Well,
like
I could
that.
tell. I could,
just tell me. We'll bleep it out. We'll bleep it out.
I'll tell you this much.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He doesn't have a Rolls Royce.
You roll in with the Rolls Royce like T-Rex from Jurassic Park with the water fucking shaking.
Yeah, I don't think I don't even think he got a car, to be honest.
Okay, it's like that. Yeah.
But like I mean, whatever. I'll tell you this, I finally got to the point where I was honest with her. I said, listen, if you first, I don't know. I don't know how she got wrapped up so quick. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But I was, because I ain't got no space. I ain't got no love right now for no woman. Like, are you kidding? I can't even think about that. But
is it hard
she got
for you
wrapped
to trust
up in a
people?
relationship.
Wolf, your whole life has it been hard to trust people?
People?
Yeah.
Nah, I the people that I keep around me, I trust. Yes, very much so. Do I trust?
So when people
random people, hell no. I don't trust women at all. And I don't know if I ever will again. Like
hard.
I already
when you get burned like that.
Well, man, listen, I love Fifi, and I actually manned up and I was like, listen, if you're in love or love this person, you need to go make that work. If that's what makes you happy, then that's what needs to happen. You know what I mean? But that's it. Like,
that's pretty mature.
Come back
Wolf.
over here.
What about younger Wolf? Would younger Wolf say the same advice?
The younger Wolf would have drugged that dude on the street and left him laying there.
See, you're growing. I'll clap to that. Let's
there you go,
baby.
There you go.
We're growing.
Yeah, like that.
That's a studio,
dude. Actually, when we got back in the car, my boys were like, who was that?" And I was like, "Who? Who was who?" "That. You. Who was that?"
Oh, talking about you, not
him.
know
that guy. They're talking about me.
Hey, man, come over here. Let's have a cigarette. Let's talk about this. You in love with her? Man, that's really mature of you, Wolf. That's pretty good, man.
I didn't ask him if he was in love with her. I said, look, man, she's in love with me, period. But apparently she wasn't. Or, man, I don't know, man. I don't know how to put it together yet. I'm still, this is just weeks into the process, but, I got to be real,
bro.
You know what I mean? And you want to talk about heartbreak, it's like.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about, being an artist is we have a way to release that. Some people don't have that outlet, and they just hold in all this guilt and hold in all this poison, and I believe that's what gives people cancer.
I mean, it's definitely a part of it, you know. But the gift of being an artist is the gift that you give people like that don't have a voice. They don't know how to say. They don't know how to say it. That's why, you know, when I do my meet and greets, I hear people all the time, just the confessionals and the, you know, you changed my life, or, you know, we got married to your song, or like whatever. It's that voice that you give people that's the connection, man. So that's the gift of it. And that's the silver lining to the whole hurting and going through it and creating it and having an outlet. The real silver lining is the joy that it brings other people, which is a really fucked up thing to think about. Like man, it's like you gotta,
heartbreak is
to be an artist, you gotta like live on a cross, you know what I mean, in order to deliver music to people that makes other people happy.
Right, while you're suffering, you're bleeding out on paper, just so people can feel something.
Yeah, but like I told Malay on this last record, 45, I said, dude, I just want to be happy. Matter of fact, I said, I don't even want to cut this in Nashville. It was cold, and you know, weather really affects me the way that I write music. And so we booked out a studio in Albany in the Bahamas to make this record, just so that I could be in a really beautiful environment, you know what I mean, and soak up some of that good energy.
You know, if there's one thing out of this interview of getting to know you too, also, man, we're close homies with that. We gotta wrap it up in Nashville, but I want you to know that you are loved, man. You should feel the love inside you, because you give out so much love to everyone. If there's one thing out of this friendship, this new friendship, hopefully, Wolf, is I'm gonna make you love yourself, dog. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I mean, I do. Look, I love what I've done. I love the gifts I've been given. You know, the talents God has blessed me with. I love a lot of people, you know, but that's a work in progress, bro. Because you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of when you come up as real as I did, like in the streets, and like,
you've had a life, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack, you know what I mean? And but I'm working on it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I do love myself, but I'm trying to be in love with myself.
There it is.
You know what I mean? There's a difference.
I'm gonna clap to that too, my bro. Let's fucking go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Wolf, can I ask you a couple more questions before you go? You know, you're homeless.
You're good.
You're homeless. Everyone talks about the bad things about being homeless. What are the good things about being homeless? Like the fun stuff.
Shit, man. Robbing the pizza man.
That does sound kind of fun.
That sounds kind of.
That's pretty fun, actually.
Hold on.
Let's go rob a pizza man tonight. You don't have to be homeless to do that.
Would you take the pizza or the money?
Both.
Yeah, both.
Fuck yeah.
We don't leave the money.
Let's go.
They only got $20 on them, though, right?
Oh, look, I used to. One of my licks was, I was in Seattle homeless, and I call and order 5 large pizzas and tell them to bring change for 100.
Oh no!
And then I just walk up to them and be like, "Give me the pizza, give me the money."
Oh my fucking God, I love it.
And they're like, "You serious?" I'd be like, "I got 5 goons in the bushes waiting to jump out if you do anything stupid," and there would be nobody there.
Yeah, right.
Where'd you get your confidence from, Wolf? Who taught you this confidence?
Man, I grew up quick, man. My mother's a gangster, dude. Yeah. Like, seriously. Like, I mean, she's, you know, I've watched my mama whoop a lot of grown men savagely. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Like she's a she's a she's a G, man. And like she still carries a pink pistol on her hip for a 45 that says Mama Wolf on her hip to this day. Rides a trike Harley Brown that I bought her, and I asked her why she carries a loaded gun with her everywhere she goes. She goes, I can't fight no more.
Damn. Is she still in Alabama?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
At the most. You kidding? But my my confidence definitely comes from my mother. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't care time or place. If it's going down, it's going down. No disrespect allowed ever. And she's beautifully dressed. You know what I mean? She got me into fashion when I was, really young, because we were around all the rock stars and shit, and so I gotta give her flowers for, she just put me around rad shit, man. Like, and also very dangerous shit too. But, but as far as like music and fashion and all that goes, man, that started at the house, man. And
what do you think she was sad about younger?
My mama?
Yeah.
What is she sad? What would she be sad about? What about her?
In retrospect, like, what do you think she was down on?
Oh, she's got daddy issues, bro. Her mom, her original father bailed when they were just babies, and that affected her pretty deeply. And she's got a thing for bad boys, bro. Like her first long-term boyfriend, John Orchard. Yeah, he was just he was a dick, man. There's no two ways about it. Like, I mean, he was a rock and roller, like I said, Aerosmith, light and sound guy, Alabama,
mullet, denim jeans. Oh yeah.
I did get one benefit out of it. Like, Aerosmith and Run DMC walked through my front door when I was 7 years old. Word up.
What the fuck?
What the fuck, Wolf?
He's like, walk this way.
They brought me my Adidas merch, License to Ill tape, because Alabama was a dry county, and they had a show in Birmingham. They had a show in Birmingham on a Friday, and they needed somewhere to party on Saturday. And my mom's boyfriend had a house on the lake, and they had all the drugs, so that's where they went to party. So,
nice.
Yeah.
What's this? Tell me about Alaska.
What about that? Are you talking about my fishing trip?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the closest you
My
came to
TC
dying out
fishing
there. Yeah.
Well, that was right after leaving Seattle. After being on the streets, I finally hustled up a spot to get on a boat, and yeah, man, I did a whole season.
Oh yeah, tons of fishing up
I did
there.
a whole season in the Bering Sea. Like, you ever seen Deadliest Catch?
Are you fucking serious?
You can make a lot of money doing that if you survive.
So what was that like?
I didn't. Fuck, man.
Was that horrible?
I mean, that was really the birth of I paid a lot of karma out there. Yeah, a lot of karma, man. So what
was the moment? What was the moment that birthed it?
Dude, like, it's traumatic.
Yeah.
First of all, it wasn't we're talking about a junk boat that some Russians left in the boatyard that some new captain just bought. It looked like a it looked like a hoopty. And we built that factory on the way out. Like, what did we know? It's just a bunch of kids. He like, literally, it was like some fucking Peter Pan shit. Like, or what's his name? Captain Hook or whatever.
Yeah, Captain Hook. Yep.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of kids and a fucking gnarly captain. I mean, that, like, it was fucked off, man. Like, just street kids. So I was like, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, man. Yeah, it was wild, man. We built a factory. Imagine me down there welding and shit, man. Like, what are you talking? I don't know what the fuck. And I came home with $1,000. He robbed us.
Damn.
And he was doing illegal. He was doing illegal offshore trades. Like we were docking with like boats from Japan and like craning over the catch, like selling for. Yeah,
holy shit!
Taking all the cash.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
It's amazing. You've been burned a lot, man. I would not trust anybody.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I trust my friends. I trust my friends who are. I trust people that have been vetted. Because
how do they get to the point of friendship with you, though, Wolf?
I don't know. That's something I think when people treat me like a person instead of an artist, that's the easiest way to become a buddy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, just like, can we talk about anything but music? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, this is what I do
like
for
that too.
Or like, don't ask me, don't ask me what's it like, how's Eminem, you know what I mean? Type of shit like that. This is like, all right, dude. Most people are really clammy, dude. Like they're like crab in a fucking barrel, and you know, and they're also, most people are followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're sheep. You know what I mean? Like, sheep. It's unfortunate, but it's a fact. You know, gotta have them to make the world go round. I'm not hating. I'm just saying it is what it is.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Someone's got to make the wool.
Wolf, this has been amazing. I mean, thank you so much for talking, and also, you know, love yourself, take care of yourself, and most importantly, throw away that Fifi's hat. Get that fucking out of your head, and let's move on, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I want that goddamn hat.
We're gonna get it. I'm gonna
Snatch
find
that
it.
Shit.
I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna find it. All right, buddy.
Nah, it's all good. All right. Well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Later, buddy. Good luck. Later.